What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the Uverse? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be installing glide plates on my beautiful 2020 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited, also known as Snowflake for short. There are two companies that produce glide plates. I went with the Rancho version just because I'm embracing the red accents. They're both pretty much similar quality from what I can discover. It's Rancho or it's Metal Cloak. I really like the Metal Cloak offering. I really like the gold, but I'm not doing a gold anodized anywhere, so kind of clash, and I'll just go with the Rancho. They're both about the same price. If you guys are interested in anything seen in this video, again, links will be in the description down below. Those are all affiliate links, so if you buy something, it doesn't cost you any more, but it does give me a little bit more to spend on Snowflake or on my beautiful Empress here. And let's get to it. Let's start with the unboxing, and then we'll get to the tools needed, and then we'll go do the install. These installs super quick, super easy, trimmed beard level of difficulty. Unboxing, starting with the front. This is the front glide plate. Open it up, you get your installation manual and a checklist. I actually kind of like that they added the checklist. You can kind of check it off, see where you're at. I love that they've got pictures. Pictures make it easy for dumbasses like me. Underneath it, everything's all wrapped. We get a hardware pack with some, with some red Loctite in it, and all the replacement bolts, all the hardware needed, and then, oh, it's actually pretty hefty. This is nice, thick steel. As I said, it's red powder coated. It's pretty nice. It's actually a really nice quality. Looks like a nice powder coat finish to it. That's gonna look really nice underneath the Snowflake. Move on to the rear. So this is the rear guide plate. We don't get a full color, but we still get the same quality instructions. Nice pictorials. Again, we get a checklist. You'll notice it's a little bit different. Instead of having a U-bend or a U-bolt, we actually have a bracket that goes over the drive shaft on the rear pumpkin. So, like I said, you get the bracket, you get another hardware pack. Again, you get more red Loctite. Wrapped all nicely. Is again a heavy piece of steel. Nicely red powder coated. Again, thick steel. I don't know exactly what gauge it is. Looks like it's about 3/16, maybe 5/16, maybe 1/4 inch, somewhere around there. Anyway, it's thick, it's heavy, it's going to protect. Moving on to the tools. We will just be needing 3/8 inch drive. You can either use a manual or you can go fancy. Again, link down below. We will need a 10mm, so hunt, peck, steal, borrow, don't care, find a 10mm. And we will need a 13mm socket. Small extension will probably be very handy. Locking ones are always nice. We will need a torque wrench. Doesn't have to be digital. Clicky style are great. This is set for whatever it says in the instructions. I think it's 25 foot-pounds. Well, anyway, we'll get to that. Sweet tea. Of course we need sweet tea. So yeah, guys, if you're like me and you've already lifted your Jeep, you're probably not going to have to jack it up, but if you're running stock, I would advise jacking it up. Definitely use your wheel chocks. Safety's worth it. You know, you don't want your Jeep coming loose and rolling back over your legs if you're laying out the side, or rolling back over you and tearing you up. So better safe than sorry. So we'll use some wheel chocks. If you guys have not seen the installation video on my suspension lift, go ahead and check that up in that top right hand corner. Click the I button, it'll drop down. Select whichever part you want to view, because it's two parts. Part one is the front, part two is the rear. We will get on with this installation. I think I've talked enough. All right, guys, let's go.
Step 1, remove the 4 bolts on the bottom corners. That is a 10mm. Oh, that's not strong enough. cover plate then fits. Let's double check it. Locate the 4 M8 bolts and 4 washers. Again, I just like to do a stripe. And that is the 13 millimeter. And then we switch over to the Torx, or to the Torx, to the torque wrench. We're going to set that for 25 foot-pounds. Okay, now we'll move to the back of it. Right back here. Install a U-bolt. Washer. Nut. This one gets set for 15 foot-pounds. And I'm going to do this all by hand. Do one and a little bit, and then do the other one a little bit. Just kind of watch the U-bolt come through the nuts. Make sure that it's staying fairly even. That way you're applying pressure equally across both sides of the U-bolt. And we'll take it up. We're only at 6.1 foot-pounds right now. There's 11. There's 12. There's 13. There's 15 foot-pounds. Double check it over here. There's 15 there. And 15. All right, let's move over to the back. Pretty much same procedure in the back here, guys. We're removing these 4 corner bolts on the differential cover. Actually, before I do this, let me show you guys why we're doing this. So if you look, you see this hard ledge here? We're actually going to cover up that hard ledge. We're going to make it so that you don't have a hard ridge for rocks to grab onto, and you're going to allow rocks just to slide right over here. So you notice this is a fairly thin piece of steel right here, and that's my actual diff cover. If that gets broken, all my diff fluid comes out, and you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a bad day. So preventing that with a glide plate. Here, let's move. Boy, that magnet is strong. Yeah, I think that one will work there. So I've got those 2 loose. Get the 2 on the other side loose. Yeah, I'm like a kid on Christmas. I got a new toy, I gotta play with it. I'm liking this power ratchet. Same M8 bolts, same washers, same Loctite, same procedure. Little stripe. Okay, those are ready. Now these are also 25 foot-pounds, just like on the front one. Right. And then, before I torque everything down, I'm just gonna make sure that this fits. Straddle that. The straddle has nylon locking the nylon locking nuts. They have 4 washers, so we're gonna put one on the top and on the bottom. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna need a second 13 millimeter because I'm gonna have a backer wrench. Oh man, why did you guys tell me the lens was all smudged like that? No, I just made that even worse. Sorry about that. I'm gonna need a second 13mm wrench to back up these as I'm tightening them down to 20 Newton or 20 pound-feet on these as opposed to the 15 on the front. Be right back. So I am back with 13mm box end wrench to go with 13mm socket so that we can tighten these down. So according to this, yes, they are 20 pound-feet on these. Wow. There's 20.9. Nice. Now it's time for the differential bolts. These, yet again, get torqued to 25 foot-pounds of torque. That's a little high, isn't it? Move that down. Oh, dead on. Oh. There you go, guys. Really is just that easy. Add some skid plates to your differential, or glide plates as Rancho calls them. Add a little flash of red to the bottom of your Jeep and be rock ready. So hopefully as soon as this coronavirus pandemic and our lockdown passes, we can get out and play with this thing that I swear to you is not a mall crawler. Hashtag not a mall crawler. Here's the call of my people. My other people. We'll see you guys out there in the canyons, I hope. Nice R6. Oh, sorry, that was probably right into the sun, isn't it? See you guys out in the canyons. See you guys up there in the trails. Remember to keep that rubber side down. Keep that smile on your face. I love each and every one of you guys. Peace.